If you clicked on this video, you're probably really curious to what crossover this is with, right? You're probably curious, like, what did TMT collaborate with? Yeah, it's such a good one. It's a Raid Shadow Legends. Let that sink in. Raid Shadow Legends. Yeah. If you don't know what Raid is, it's a role-playing gacha game that involves you having a set of, let's say, 4 characters with different abilities, fighting another group of 4 characters with different abilities, and you click on buttons to make them do stuff. It's very, very, very hard and difficult. It's such a good game. I love it. It's awesome. Yeah. So the game has 16 different factions with around 50 or more characters to each. And if you know what that really means, it means that there's about 16 different little types of characters that are like in the same sort of group. Like, let's say you have a group of 9 characters and a group of skinwalkers, and they have all these little factions. That's important for later, not really for now, but it's important for later. Just remember that little detail. So now you know what Raid is about. If you didn't know beforehand, then did you ever get ads before? Have you ever gotten ads? So yeah, now that you know what Raid is about, we should probably talk about this TMT collab. It's a very strange, but actually fitting collab. It does kind of fit within the universe. So if you don't know, Raid has had a multitude of other collaborations before. When I say multitude, I mean just like 4, but anyway. So the collabs they've had before is Skeletor, Ninja Tyler Blevins. Yes, Ninja Tyler goddamn Blevins is in this game. Of course he is. And this wrestler called Rhonda. I don't know her last name. I didn't do any research. She's on the screen. If you know her, you know her. If you don't, then who cares? Anyway, so they've had all these other crossovers before TMT, but what is TMT like in this game? Is it cool? Is it cool and awesome? It's okay. I think the story here is the most basic you can do for TMT, but it does work. So a portal opens and takes all the turtles and Shredder and April to the Raid universe. And the turtles are sent to like these different locations in the world, like let's say this city or this continent or this moon. Like they're just sent to different places, and they're there to like adapt and learn how to live in the universe. But they all know that they have this shared knowledge of we're here to beat Shredder, because Shredder, he has an evil plan. You see, he is going to do what he usually does, which is to just exterminate all mutants, every single thing that's different from him. So mutant racism, basically. He doesn't like that, so he's going to kill all of them, and the turtle's going to stop him from doing that, because that's a big no-no. You can't just do that. So that's the entire story. I didn't mention April because she doesn't have any sort of relevance to this at all. She does actually figure out that Mikey exists in the same place, and figures out that Shredder's a thing. So she does something, but I'm gonna get to her in a second. Now, I want to go over the designs of the characters because they are actually kind of cool. We're gonna start with Leonardo here. Being the leader of the group, I'd say he looks the best out of all of the turtles in this game. The devs added like a lot of little cool details to all the characters, except for April. I'm gonna tell you right now, I despise April in this game. She doesn't even speak or say anything, but my god, I hate her. Could we have literally anyone else? I would take that fat fucking pig instead of her. I'm not even joking with you. With Leonardo, he has a lot of cool little details, such as like this like samurai shogun inspired armor around his entire body and everything. It looks very cool. As you can tell, like it looks very cool to me. He also has like this ninja stars on his chest area, and this like scythe sort of thing. It looks very cool. I think his design is done really, really well. But something that isn't quite as cool is that the lore doesn't really explain why and how he got the armor in the first place, which I would have liked, but I have a feeling that the reason they don't really explain that is because the turtles are in different factions, and they're trying to make sure that the turtles look like they belong in that faction. So that's why with, let's say, Donatello here, he has loads of these like bones on his body and stuff that doesn't really make any sort of sense. Why does he have that? It's there because it's supposed to make sense for the faction he's in. Also, the Star Wars droid staff doesn't really look that good on him. I don't really get. I mean, I understand why he has it, because in the lore it states that he is interested in the magic and technology in this universe, and he wants to learn it. And I think that's why he has that staff. But I would have liked the normal staff instead, because it doesn't really. I mean, it does fit him. I can't lie, it does. But I would have liked the normal staff. I don't know. I don't really like that staff. I don't really like his design. I don't really like him in this game. He doesn't really look that good. Raphael, he is just the most boring but accurate character in this game. They didn't really do anything with him. They gave him cool looking little weapons and some armor, and that's about it. Yeah, they didn't do much with him at all. But he's in the game, so that's cool. And Michelangelo, he is probably the best one besides Leonardo. And you can tell because the devs poured the most sauce into him. With not only the animations, because it's like this cool animation where like a rat comes and makes him not focus on eating his pizza. It's a pretty cool animation. But they also make him a free character, and he is the only character in the official trailer for the crossover, which I'm gonna get into because it's really stupid. I also really like his knight armor stuff that he has on. I think it looks pretty cool. I like that with the turtles themselves. It looks very cool. I think the burning nunchucks are extremely cool. That's a really cool thing. It reminds me of Trevor Belmont's weapon in Castlevania. Now April is oh god, April. This is the worst thing I've ever laid my eyes upon. This is not April in the slightest. At least in the lore, they make it clear that she's a reporter. But from a design standpoint, this is just a basic ginger woman with yellow clothes on. It's like the Witcher type. That's all it is. Where's the reporting in that? I don't remember seeing reporters with knives. And the knights and like the knight armor stuff around her arms and shirt doesn't make any sense again. Why is it there? Who knows? Actually, there's a reason for it. It's in universe because you have to defend yourself in that universe, but I don't really care. It just doesn't look good. If you would have looked at this character without knowing it was April, you wouldn't tell. You cannot point that out and say that's April O'Neil. No, you wouldn't know that unless you're like an April Gooner. You can just like tell it's April. But other than that, you would never know that's April. It looks like any basic woman character they have in the game. Actually, it doesn't because she isn't half naked. So yeah, I think her Fortnite skin shows the reporter part better than her version in Raid. I also think, in general, the Fortnite skins are better than this crossover. But we're not gonna get into that. Now, Shredder is probably my favorite in this entire little crossover set. He is probably my favorite Shredder design ever. Yeah, I'm telling you that the Raid Shadow Legends Shredder is my favorite Shredder design. Yeah, you can get the pitchforks ready. I'm ready. Just you can do it. You can torture me for that, but I think it's my favorite Shredder design. It looks great. No complaints. The armor looks good. The helmet, the cape, it just looks really good. I have no complaints. I like the purple cape. I wish the Fortnite skin would have had a purple cape. So the actual character in this game is very cool. I like it. The lore makes sense for him. He's a racist mutant man. Very cool stuff. We're gonna complain about something though, which is the event dungeons. If you don't know what the event dungeon is, which I imagine you don't because who actually plays Raid, it is basically a separate mode where you go into these dungeons where you fight, let's say, 2 waves of enemies before you fight a boss. And with the Shredder boss that they added, you don't fight waves of enemies. You just go straight to it. You just meet Shredder and you fight him. I would have liked to have like a little 2-wave enemy thing first, because they could have used the little Foot Clan members for that, but no, we're just not going to do that. Also, we're not going to use him at all. We clearly made designs for him, but we're just not going to use it. No, we're just going to put random characters next to him instead, which is really cool. Also, like, the areas in doesn't really scream Shredder. Why is he there? Why specifically that place? It doesn't say in the lore, and it doesn't look like it is. It doesn't even look like it's from the place that he stated that he's in the universe, right? Now, any Raid Shadow Legends lore experts could easily tell me in the comments about that. And before you say that that doesn't exist, I have read comments. They do exist. So I'm hoping they tell me if I'm wrong or not on this video. But I think the animations are good though on the boss. Like they're cool, but kind of stupid. Kind of lackluster on that. Now moving on to the trailer. The trailer is probably the worst part of this entire goddamn crossover. I'm gonna say it's really stupid. I'm gonna let it play for you right now, and then we're gonna come back to it. So you can tell what I'm gonna talk about, hopefully.
Wow, this is definitely not New York City. Looks like Can Opener's having his midlife meltdown. Yep, back to opening portals. Man, I wish the other guys could see this place. It's so gnarly. Dimension X looks like a cakewalk. And they got super cool green dudes here too. Yo, Savage Orc Bro, what's up?
Kind of busy here.
Oh, right. Whoa. Cowabunga!
What?
Whoa. I owe you one, green dude.
Don't dude me.
Oh, got it, bro.
I could just let go.
I would.
Okay, you've seen the trailer. Now, let's talk about it. First off, do you notice there's a lack of turtles in it? Kinda missing a few. I'm missing Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, April. They aren't present. And, you know, that would be fine. But I'm pretty sure this trailer is supposed to be like the final showdown that the lore's talking about. And the lore is all about the turtles finding out where they are and how they're supposed to adapt to the universe, and then, you know, going out, fighting the brothers, and then defeating Shredder. But apparently, they just didn't do that. They didn't even show up, which is that's great. Yeah, it's really cool. And also, did you notice the lack of voice actors? They afforded free voice actors, and that was about it. Yeah. No, just Shredder was too expensive. Too expensive, yeah. It's cool that he's on a dragon and stuff, but like, where's the voice? Why isn't he saying anything? And there's not even any music to support the scene I'm talking about. There's nothing there. It's like a really faint music. It just makes the scene look so stupid. Michelangelo gets on the hoverboard that he has, and he like slowly starts going towards Shredder. He could have easily done something there, but he just like stands there and watches him, and does nothing, and lets him kick him in the face. What is this writing? What is this plot armor? Why isn't he doing anything? This might be the worst Shredder I've ever seen. The Fortnite Shredder did more than this. And also the stupid ass Cowell what joke. Yeah, can we erase this crossover? That single joke, just why does this exist? Who in the department of Raid thought that joke was good? I want to know, because it wasn't. I think the trailer just was really bad. It's just a really bad trailer. They didn't really, like, you can tell they spent money on it, but they didn't spend enough money, because where's Shredder speaking? Where's the other turtles? If you're gonna market a TMT crossover, why are you only showing one character and not all of them? But no, we're just not gonna do that. So overall, I'd say that this crossover, it makes sense in the universe. It's a good enough reason for things to happen. The characters look like they belong. They did a wonderful job on that. The entire thing just kind of falls flat because of, again, the trailer showing the main final showdown being genuinely stupid, and the fact that this crossover is for Raid Shadow Legends kinda says enough, I think. So yeah, this crossover absolutely sucks because it's Raid Shadow Legends.